get ready to go. Let me just get a couple things started on the back end. Alright, sorry about that. Bot account on Blue Sky, just mass liking everything that I posted. But yeah, let's get started. Let's get some racing in, shall we? Okay, so we're going to join our friends at RSA later on tonight, but I just want to get a quick warm-up race. We'll do some GT3s at Spa. Then we're going to head on over to hosted, the hosted section. We'll do Sebring. So we'll do some practice. Then around 10:45 we'll have qualifying. Excuse me. And then 11 o'clock will be the race. All right. Sound fair? All right, cool. Let me just make sure that everything else is hunky-dory on the Discord side of things. I want to make sure that I get like all the advertisement out, you know? So alright. Yeah, should be okay. Alright. Just making sure I want closing a couple things in the background. All right, I'm just waiting for this this lobby to open up. Then we'll go in. Come on now. All right, cool. 92 registered. Split size is 20, so 5 splits. We're probably gonna be around like split 2 or split 3. That's kind of how I see it. Just dismiss a couple things. Apparently they're doing this thing with Audible right now where you give a sub, you sub to a streamer, they give you 2 months of Audible Premium. So that's actually kind of cool. So if you guys are into like audiobooks, just have like an audiobook on while you're just doing your business out and about. Get 2 months of that for free. I think that's already included if you have oh shoot, there's 15 splits apparently. Dang, alright. Well, anyway, we're in split 3. They gave me door number 13, so they're kind of expecting me to finish like mid-table. Okay. 2 minutes of practice, so all right. Actually, hold on. Nah, I don't need to go out into the pit. I don't need to go out into the track. We're pretty much going to consider qualifying as our warm-up practice. So we'll do that. Okay. Just give me a minute. This is just for people. Usually the practice lobby is just for people to like log in. So it's not actually like a place for people to go out and drive. I'm just gonna underfuel the car a bit. Also just want to have a quick little check-in because hold on a sec. Sorry, we're fine. Hey, Zerdonix! Long time no see. How you doing? Howdy doody, howdy doody. Nice to see a fellow 5DV family member out and about. How's everything? Alright, we're just about to get practice ready. We're about to get qualifying ready in a few seconds, so let's get ready. We have a driver named Chicken Jockey. Huh. I can tell, pretty sure that person's like definitely under 21. Saw this piece of you going live, matching in time for stream. Oh, hey, well, how about that? A racing stream to fall asleep to. Honestly, because of like work schedule and like my time, my timeline to do everything, I always like to frame myself as like the stream that you turn on when you want to go to bed. But just to introduce what we're doing tonight, we're driving at Spa in Belgium, doing a quick GT3 lobby, 20-minute race, and then afterwards we're gonna join a league race with a team called Racing Cymatics. And we're gonna do a little bit of a slide there. We're gonna do a league race with them. It's round 4 of our season. Heading to Sebring. Back when I used to stream at this time, I'd get tired. You get tired of yourself. Yeah, I can understand that. I used to down a bunch of coffee around this time, and I realized probably not the best. I have resorted to drinking a lot more advanced, much to Rich's delight. Now I'm a brand ambassador for them. Do I hold races weekly? Yeah. It's a lot more regular now, this league. We're doing races every Thursday. Like, this current season that we're doing is Thursday. But we also have a separate championship that's about to start on Sunday nights. I'm gonna try to take our load. Just gotta lift off a little bit for Blanchimont there. Alright. Taking this Lexus out. The Lexus is kind of my go-to for this class, the Lexus RCF. I need to get some more, whoa! Well, that's a spin. It's cool that I'm in multiple leagues. Yeah, I find myself, Alright, good thing is that I have another chance to take, to get a better lap in. Alright, I still got time, I got 4 minutes, so... Yeah, I've fallen in love with league racing over the last few months, because as cool as doing just the normal multiplayer ranked races here in Le Mans and over in Gran Turismo, I find that I can race a lot more freely, a lot more aggressively, in a good way. I'm not saying we like bump each other and barge each other to the walls. But I can be a lot more bold with my overtake attempts, because I know I have like clean drivers around me, and it's cultivated like an extra community as well, right? Some of the drivers that I'm racing against in one series, I might end up racing them in another game. So it's a fun thing. I'm trying to expand my repertoire. You know, I'm thinking about, even though I primarily focus on 2 racing sims, I do need to diversify a little bit. I'm thinking about possibly doing Automobilista. When it comes to rental karting, I pretty much only like doing leagues and events for that exact reason. Yeah, because sometimes when you're running with randos, you know, you can't tell for sure, right? And speaking for Gran Turismo, you know, when I do daily races over there, especially when you get like later at night, when it's predominantly Brazilian and Argentine drivers, it gets a lot chippier. Alright. There's a massive improvement because of that spin. Oh. Have to lift a little bit because of I exceeded track limits. Make sure I maintain my legal standing. Whenever you cut the track, just slow down to give back the time that you accidentally gained. Good lord. Traction is at a premium tonight. Yeah, but I'm thinking about like diversifying my content a bit more, you know? Especially considering we got a rank reset for Overwatch. And I gotta do my placements all over again. Still gonna try to tough it out at low plat. Let's finish up this lap and let's see where this lands us. Hard stuck emerald, right? Because that's above, yeah, that's the new rank above plat, just before diamond.
Was a 2:24.4.
Alright, provisionally P10. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers behind me. Now there's one just went in. Oh, that guy just. Alright, so that guy's not gonna finish ahead of me. Let's see this guy, this Corvette driver. Are they gonna jump me? Alright, P13 for him. We've got a Porsche on the exit of Stavolo. I need to start racing cars. The only thing I've been doing is FF16s in iRacing. Okay. God, I haven't done iRacing in a hot minute. This guy's still going. Alright. Because, shoot, what was it? I haven't done much iRacing in quite a long time, so I I kind of want to get back into iRacing, but at the same time I don't, because it's subscription based, you know, and it's like super expensive to get more content. All right, I think I'm safe. I finished P12.
Teams and drivers go to the grid
Okay.
for a race start.
Real quick, I just want to see how many laps we're doing. All right, expected about 10 laps. I'll put 12 laps of fuel in the car. You got your subscription before Le Mans Ultimate came out? Ooh. Yeah. For me, I just decided not to renew it. Because I got my iRacing subscription off Steam. So I don't think I could mess about with new with like those discounts that they have. I remember the first time I joined iRacing is because I got like a year subscription for like $40, which was pretty cool. So, all right. Hey Marco. Yeah, I did change the tires.
Formation lap has started.
I'm intending on doing a pit lane start for this one, so I just wanna mess about here. So, not really in any rush to get a major result, you know? Plus, it's Spa. It's GT3s. It's the beginner lobbies, so this is pretty much our warm-up before the main race that we're going to do later tonight. Excuse me. So we're just going to queue up right by here. Yeah, definitely worth it. I say Le Mans Ultimate is definitely worth the money at this stage. Right, because see, like, the thing is, if I wanted to buy, unless they change the prices, it's been quite a while. If you wanted to buy a brand new track on iRacing, it was like 15 US. You know, a brand new car was like
green flag.
like $12. For that same price, you can get like a DLC pack for LMU, which is like at least a track, at least a car, you know. It was pretty good. And then you can get like the whole season pass. You can get the whole season pass for a year of content for the same price as like a 3-pack of iRacing goodies. Right. I get you. So like the M2 Cup, the GR86. Yeah, it makes sense. But for me, I really wanted to get into like top tier stuff, so I had to shell out for a lot. I think I must have paid at least $140, $150 worth of content. Oh, this is so awkward. Alright, so I'm down in P15 provisionally. There are a couple of drive-thrus that need to be served. Hey, it's that AT&T money. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. There's like no traction tonight. Alright. Don't give up. Don't panic. We have 2 people taking drive-thrus in a short bit, so that's not going to be any problem. for better or for worse, me spinning out at the Fania chicane only dropped me down 2 positions. Alright, there's a yellow. There's a spinner on the exit of Radeon. So back up to P16. Alright, the gap to the car ahead is 6 seconds. Keep it steady, keep it steady. We got a yellow flag, we got another spinner. Alright, they're off the side of the track, so that's a freebie. Oh yeah, this is the guy I made fun of for having Chicken Jockey as his username. Ain't that a hoot? Alright. Yellow flags. Track is clear. Alright, 5.8 to the car ahead. But crucially, I'm starting to pull away from the guy behind, so... I don't know if that's me actually having pace, or maybe his damage is worse than mine. But I have been catching up. Just gotta be careful, there's somebody on the side. Up with P14.
Time 2:23.50.
Alright. Starting to stabilize here. Ooh, somebody's having a bad time through the Kemmel Straight. Closing in on this driver here, Mr. Bandini. He's going straight on. Maybe he had an issue. Just watch your rejoin, my friend. Alright. We had our incident, but now everybody else is having theirs. And that's helping me climb up. And now P11 and P12 are having a battle up ahead, so this could be our way to get back up. Oh, shoot. I gotta check my inputs on the entry to the Fania chicane, because something's going on over there. That's making me spin out. I don't know if I'm riding the throttle a little bit, but it's causing me to lose a little bit of pace. Alright. 4 seconds of the car ahead.
That time was a 2:24.20.
So still P13. I don't think I gained anything on that lap, apart from that one BMW driver. Alright. I think we could try to close him down a bit. I'll take a track cut, I don't mind. Coming for him. 2.2. Catching him up is one thing, but overtaking him is going to be different. Careful. Alright, 10 minutes to go. About 4 laps expected. We're good on fuel. We're gonna make it. So that's not a problem. Just gotta try to get closer. Am I gaining? Am I gaining? I don't think I'm gaining. Get over here, Armstrong. We're 1.8. Alright. It's even closer now. 0.9. Just under a second. A couple tenths from there alone. Gonna break a little early because I don't know how his speed is, and there is a yellow somewhere. Up, 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 up. Watch the rejoin. Well, this just got a lot messier for no reason.
Lap 2, 24.16.
I'll let these guys fight it out. Oop, don't get careless, don't go into the wall. I want to see how these guys handle Rouge Radiant. Side by side. Do I have the run on... I do have the run, but I'm too far. This is where it gets really, really tricky. Try to find some way to get alongside. Oh, I followed him off track, which is not good. Let's take a face faction. We did not touch, I know that for a fact. He just lost it. Whew, okay. P12, finally. Did he get... Wait, did the chicken junket get taken out? As a result of that? I know we didn't touch him. Oh, there's somebody parked up. That's gonna be a freebie. P11. Alright. We've officially done better than we started. Ooh, somebody's off. Oh, that's the Corvette we were chasing. Dang, everybody's binning it. They're just letting me through. Now I'm steadily catching the next driver. He's 7 seconds away. So P10, can I get into the single digits? I got 3.5 to go, so at least 2 laps. Uh-oh. Nearly binned it myself.
Time 2:25.60.
Alright. That lost me a little bit of momentum, but... I think we can hang on. 11.5 to the car behind. Looks like we're gaining 2. 9.2. Alright, I am gaining a little bit, but it's not quick enough, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get P9 at this stage. Especially because we're expecting one more lap out of this. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the call is when we get to the line. If next lap is the last. Alright, this is the final lap. Uh-oh. Alright, let's focus on bringing the car home. And if we can get some late-stage DNFs, all the better. Have to list a little bit just to avoid a track limit penalty. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I think I might need some energy myself. Sardonyx and I were talking about a little earlier about getting tired around this time frame. I'm starting to yawn. You know? Maybe I just need to wash my face a little bit after this. Alright. One more sector to go. I just kind of made a mash of the, a big problem with that. Alright, I'll take it. Overall gain of 2 positions. But from pit lane to P10, all good. Alrighty. I just want to have a look at that that little incident that I had. Hold on a second. Just trying to see here. No matter. I'll look at it another time. Alright. 10:23. So what I'm gonna do real quick because we have missed a little bit of track time. To go over to where it says hosted. Where is Sebring? Racing Cinematics. All right. Just to be ahead of the curve, I'm just gonna go hide myself and do a 3-minute ad break so I can hide the password to get into this lobby, but also give ourselves an ad break so that way we don't have to deal with any of that shenanigans during the session. Okay? So I will be back in 3 minutes, and when we come back, we will be in the Sebring lobby. Okay? Back in a few. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Let's get started. Okay, so, welcome to Sebring. Let's get some practice in. We're joining our friends here at Racing Sim Addicts. So what we're in for is, we are in for a multi-class race. LMP2s and GT3s. I'm sticking with the good old Lexus. Alright, just had to let a few people on flying laps move over. Now we can get started ourselves. Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't good. I'm in a lot of traffic right now. Just gonna let those guys go so that way I can have some free air. Because I want to get a representative lap time of what I can really do. I was doing a lot of practice off stream beforehand, and 206 was what I could really muster up. So I just want to know if I could possibly do a little bit better. Let's see what I can do here. But I do appreciate everybody that's hopping all along. You know, 7 viewers this early on into the stream is pretty encouraging. So, alright, 209.8, but I'm pretty sure that's not true pace, given that I had to move aside a little earlier, and I got a little bit held up due to traffic. So, all right, I think he just messed up and he decided to let me through. All right, already looking 1 second better. 9/10, 9.5. Oh boy. Go on ahead, I messed up. Just gotta be careful. Somebody went off. There we go. Alright, despite me going a little long on the brakes that one time, I am looking at an improvement here. Albeit a small one.
That time was a 208.11.
Let the LMP run on the outside. If you're new to multi-class racing, that is a different racer from us. They're doing their own thing. So we share the track with the LMP2s. They have their own race. They got their own opponents. So eventually they're going to be overtaking us. We just got to hold our line, and we just got to let them go around us. Rather than us slowing down, parking over, you know? It's their responsibility to make it safe. But we also got to do our bit, you know, to make sure that we're not unpredictable. We're projecting ourselves at a 206, so this is looking okay. I reckon we're probably going to be like mid-table again. Based on my results so far this season, I'm probably expected to be about mid-table in the LMGT3 class, so if I can finish like top 7, top 8, fine with me. That's my target for this race, so top 10 is my standard. Alright. Got 27 minutes of practice. Starting to get something going here. Almost 4/10 better than my previous lap. Alright, quarter second better. It's gonna be a little bit of traffic coming out of the pits. I think they're going to be able to slot in just before I go into Sunset Bend. Alright, P7 ain't bad. Alright, 205.2. I'm almost half a second better. Holy cow. Oh, shoot! I missed my braking zone. I made a mistake. Darn it, I made a mistake. I forgot my braking zone. Alright, well, that was a bit embarrassing, so Thankfully, I did not take anybody out, so I'll take that win. Well, I could just go again. I think in a short bit, once I think either this lap or the next lap, if I don't improve on this next one, then I'm gonna box. What I want to do is I want to look for a setup for this car. All right. Well, he beached himself into the grass, so that's. Neither here nor there. Seems my exit out of the hairpin was not as good as the others. I tried to open up the steering a little bit, but I kinda got into the grass a little bit, and it's ruining my pace. I lost a tenth from that. Alright, my exit wasn't as good. I'm gonna box this lap. I'm gonna go look for a setup over here for this car so I could try to improve my time. Maybe a little bit, maybe be a little bit more agile over certain corners. I have to lift off a little bit because I can see the track limits apparently. Now, the pit entry is kind of awkward in this game because it's not where it normally is. Alright, so we're going to look for our section right here. Alright, return to the garage. Okay, so P8 in class, pretty decent, middle of the table. get some energy into the system. Thank you to the pals at Advance for helping me out with that. Accidentally opened up Spotify on my computer. All right, let me see here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some lookup here. Just gonna look up some. Hold on, 1 second. I'm gonna go look up some setups for Sebring. Let me see what I can find. All right, I found a place called LMU Hub that I've been taking use. Let's see here. Possibly a 201 setup. All right. Let me have a look at this. All right, I'm gonna have to mess with my files real quick, so just bear with me. All right, I'm just gonna have to cut and paste this. Put this in my Steam folder. Player setting Sebring. Pretty sure this is it. Right, let's try it. Car setup. Refresh the list. There we go. I got one for Sebring. Let's load this up. Let me see if this works. Will I see a difference in the performance here? Right, some other people are coming out of the pits with me, so I just gotta be careful. Back off a little bit because I see someone coming in hot. Whoa. Okay, I already feel the difference. It's a little bit more slippy. Oh, it's very slippy. Wow. Gonna give this setup a few more laps. I don't know if this is a quali setup or just meant for general use, but I'm already sensing some differences here. Yeah, this setup is feeling a lot quicker, but we gotta be careful with the throttle. Alright, I got early on the gas, but it was super narrow. Not the right line I wanted to take. Something's up with this. I don't know. Not sure that I'm feeling it with this one. Probably I'm gonna give it another lap or two just to really figure this out. Alright, class leader is coming up behind me. I'll let him go if he catches up. Which I'm expecting him to. I've got 12 minutes of practice left and then we'll get into the quality session. Alright? Sound fair? Oh boy. Alright. Let's, I'm not sure if this is the setup for me. There is another one, though. This one average... This for endurance. This one's a sprint. Right new. Let me give this one a go. Let me try this one. All right. So that setup I was using before, it was meant for an older patch. It was meant for the 1.2 patch from last year. So that was before the physics changed. So not the best one to use. I'll get rid of that one. Alright, this one feels a little bit better. This one is meant for, like, endurance use, so... Alright, I like this one already. Feels so much more stable. Alright, hairpin could have been taken better, but... Got a yellow, I don't know where. But looks like they got it cleared away. That's on me. Alright. We're doing pretty okay so far. I just gotta be careful with being loud on the pedals. Yeah. It's like almost there. So I think I need to bump up the traction control a bit. I think that'll work for me. Is this a different Sebring layout? Not exactly. Because the, it's just that it uses a different pit lane. So, back when WEC was here for the 1,000 miles of Sebring, they use a different pit lane. So you could see how, when I'm coming out of the pits, I'm on like the I'm on the airstrip. I haven't really learned all the corner names in Sebring, other than the last one, Sunset Bend. Right? So this pit lane puts me out on this on the straight right here. Now, if you're familiar with IMSA, and you maybe will watch the 12 hours of Sebring, this is where the normal pit lane is. So, yeah, it's something that we're gonna have to get used to. But other than that, this is the same layout as any other type of Sebring you've raced. You've ever raced. Just gotta learn to stay awake. Stay limber. Now, the upside to this type of pit lane, compared to you know the other the layout that we're probably more aware of, is you don't have to go through the entire lap. You don't have to do an out lap. When you get out of this pit lane and make it to the line, you can start a hot lap. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, people people might have forgotten that Sebring used to be on the wet calendar. Excuse me, I'm a little bit bloated. I don't know why. That's because it's getting late. It's already 11 o'clock. So, what's about to happen is we're going to do 15 minutes of practice. Oh, sorry, no, 15 minutes of quali. And then we're going to do a 45-minute race. So, this is likely going to be one stint, top up, then we go out. Now, I had to contend on whether or not we're gonna do a tire change. So, last Thursday when we were racing in Bahrain, we were closing in on position. We were trying to overtake a guy. We were catching him up. But then once we did our pit stops, I kind of fell away because I was dealing with a lot of tire issues. My tires were dead. So now I'm kind of wondering whether or not I should do a tire change for this race. Something to ponder, something to wonder about. Oh shoot. I want to overtrack limits. Oh, that's not ideal. Well, this time got deleted, so the spin was nothing important. Just gotta get all these yawns out of my system. Then I'll be fine. Alright, let me just see how this hairpin goes. If not, if this doesn't go well, then I'm gonna box. I couldn't gain much time on it. Yeah, let me go into the pits. I'm gonna do a couple changes. Oh, well, session's over. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna get ready for qualifying. So let me see here. It's 15 minutes, so I'm gonna have to fuel for like a heavy heavy stint. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, that number. Is this the daily race? No, this is actually a league race. So we are with we're with RacingSimAddicts.com. We're doing their Thursday sprint season. So I'll try to like what I should definitely try to do now is I should start putting up automated links to these servers, to these communities that I race in. So if people want to join and take part in these races, they can do so. That's gonna be my homework for tonight. After this stream, I'm gonna go make automated messages, so that way, if I'm doing a Racing Sim Addicts lobby or league, I'll make sure that you guys can get access to their Discord server or their sim grid. Same thing for when I do MPM racing. And then we have our new guys at America's Racing League, ARL. I do races with them every Monday and looking like Sunday nights as well. That's something I'm planning on doing with them. Just signed up for their Big Grid Sunday League. So I'm excited for that. But no, these are not the daily races. This is a hosted league. The first race that we did tonight, though, Marco, the race at Spa, that was a daily race. But I am thinking about doing some daily races tomorrow. You know, I want to try to farm some jokers. So that way, if we ever have like a bad race or have some nefarious ne'er-do-well try to ruin our race, we'll have a joker card and we could use it to wipe our drop-in driver rating. Close to the wall there.
Lap 2:05.63.
2:05.6. Not bad, not bad. That's probably going to drop me down to mid-table, though. Some people are miserable online. They really are. Right? Because for some people, victory is not a case of them winning, it's making sure other people lose. You get what I'm saying? So, intent wreckers, dirty drivers. It's unfortunate, so. Alright. We're looking at an improvement if we can keep up this pace. And that's also why I've been so bullish on private leagues nowadays. You know? Because with closed off leagues like this, the standard of racing is a lot higher. Because I know for a fact that everybody that I'm racing with is going to be cleaner, much more competitive minded. You know, rather than just trying to troll. And we race against these guys week in, week out. So if I don't see them next week because of discipline, I know why. right? The ones that stay in these leagues are the good sportsmanship drivers. So right. Ooh, I think this is the first time I've broken into the 204s. Alright. Pretty happy so far. And it's a lot trickier because it's and it's a lot, and that sentiment of like dirty drivers being super miserable, it gets a lot more exacerbated when we're doing multi-class. Because sometimes those people with crazy egos, they want to go straight into the highest class car, and every time they make a mistake, they like to blame the lower class car. You know, even if they bin it on their own. Quick to point fingers. Alright, let's see if we can finish up this lap. Oh wow, we're finding pace. We're looking at possibly 2:04.3. If I can finish this. Alright, slight drop, but 2:04.3. We're in top 5. Alright. Starting to feel it. P6 now. Oh, I had a cleaner hairpin there. That's given me a couple tenths. Alright, we're starting to push a little bit more. Tried to extend, couldn't do it. Custom setup? Sorta yes, sorta no. I'm using the Coach Dave setup. You know, so when you're playing LMU, you have a you can have like a standard fixed setup. There's also one that is curated by Coach Dave Academy. I like using that one because it's a little bit quicker, but it's not as safe, quote unquote. You have to have a little bit more control over your wheel, a little bit more discipline. But if you can master it, it's actually much quicker. Like, I kind of like using the Coach Dave setups because, you know, they're pretty reliable. Like, they don't make the cars like too incredibly difficult to drive for somebody who's not as proficient. But you gotta give it respect. Now, depending on what race you're doing in Le Mans Ultimate, it may not be available. Like, for example, if you're doing the beginner races in LMU, the beginner dailies, the bronze ones, the 20-minute ones, you won't be able to access these setups because those run on a fixed setup. Like, everybody has the same tune, everybody has the same formula, so that you can't deal with. But you can definitely use them whenever there's a race in an open setup.
Lap 2:03.68.
Dang, I'm finding pace. I tried using those custom setups earlier tonight to see if I can maybe get some extra tenths of a second, but all I gotta do is just be a little bit more bold with the Coach Dave setup. Look at that, I'm gaining more time. I'm feeling more confident with this. Almost a quarter second. I like it. Alright, I kind of messed up on the exit of the hairpin, but oh well. Oh, that was a horrible line. Ugh. No improvement here. We have 2 more minutes, so we'll probably get 1 more lap. Get some wool. I want to get some water. Alright, time for 1 more lap.
That time was a 2:04.94.
I'm a little bit hesitant. Less than a tenth behind. Ugh. Let's see if this section could get me a few. Dang. Alright. Alright, that's it for quali for me. Yeah, darn it. Okay, back to the pits. don't need the limiter. Not yet. Alright, where is my pit box? It's all the way up here. Okay. To the garage. Okay, so let me see here. Just watch Mr. Garner here. Not gonna surmise what that profile picture is, but let me see if this guy can. Oh, he just gave up. All right, so from the looks of it, I'm P5. If I hit that damn bump and spin out again, I'm gonna paint my teeth and brains on the wall. Yeah. Is there a problem with the one of the curbs? All right. So we got some pretty good pace here. Let's see if we can translate this into a decent result. All right. I'm just gonna put this away. Check a couple things. All right. Sorry about that. I don't think anybody's out and about, so yeah. We'll be good to go. Okay, so just a reminder, 45-minute race. We have probably room for one pit stop. I got to figure out whether or not we're going to be using...
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
All right. What I'm going to do real quick, 3-minute break. I don't think we're going to need any... Yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. We'll be ready to go after that, okay? So this is like our bathroom break, so back in 3. Alright, everybody. No more ad breaks expected for the rest of the night. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't get any during the race. So that's why I ran one right then and there. Alrighty. So, just want to make sure that we're good to go. Sorry, just gotta check one thing real quick. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a full. I'll do a full tank afterwards.
Formation lab has started.
I think this is the furthest up I've been grid-wise this season. Just want to give a little bit of space. I don't know how close we are to the LMPs, so just want to give them a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room. Wait for the green lights.
Green flag.
Off we
Green
go.
flag.
Alright, that was a little bit of a dive bomb that I did right there into that hard braking zone, but we got it, so we're P4. But we got a lot of defending to do. Alright. Got a little bit of breathing room now. What I gotta focus on at this stage is just pulling away from the guy behind. Alright. I have a 1.6 gap on the guy behind, but I have that same gap to the guys ahead. There's a yellow flag up ahead. I'm just gonna have a look at it. There is an LMP that's off. Have to be a little bit careful, so I have to back off a bit. But looks like we're good now. All right, 1.4 to the car behind. That's my major goal right now. Just build that gap. Yellow flag ahead. I don't know why. It's probably for an LMP looks like they got it clear. Oh, no. It was back on for a bit. Just watch the rejoin. Oh, there's 2 of them off. That's gonna make it a little bit messy. Yeah, this is gonna get a little bit wonky now because we have some LMPs behind us, but they're gonna catch up. But we're not gonna be shown blue flags because they're on the same lap as us.
That time was a 204.57.
I'm using the wrong buttons. Accidentally hit the limiter a couple times. That's an LMP that's coming past me. Alright, there's another one that's like 2 seconds away, so we gotta be careful about them. See, we're not being shown blue flags for them. So I have no real warning when they're coming. Alright, just gotta stay on the outside. Alright, you got it? You got the corner. Beautiful. Now I can just focus. Now they're gonna cause a little bit of problems for the guys ahead. That could be a way for me to catch up some ground. Still pretty early, but if I can maintain this, we're on pace for our best finish in this season. Hopefully this continues.
Time 204.12.
Alright. Looks like the LMPs are clear of us now. That's a little bit wider than I would have liked. But I have a decent gap now. It's 2.6 to the guy behind. Top 3 are fighting it out. They're all within a second of each other, so I know they're going to be relatively clean with each other, so uh-oh. I just gotta find some way to keep pace. Cause like, I'm kind of the bottleneck of the group right now. Cause they're far and away faster than me, but I'm kind of leading the second group. stay on my game.
That time was a 2,
Alright,
0,
2.5 still.
4.95.
Alright, don't be surprised if I get a little bit quiet at times, or it's not because I'm just ignoring you, it's just because I gotta concentrate, you know? This is our best result so far. We're in a good spot. Yellow flag, briefly, I don't know what it was for. Alright, don't think I gained anything out of that, because they're still roughly 6 seconds away from me. But more crucially, I'm pulling away from the guy behind. 3.7 away. Alright. Good nick. Keep it going. Okay.
9, 2, 0, 3.
First 10 minutes taken care of. P4 in class. Just outside the podium. I'm gonna drive the hell out of this car this stint. Because I'm intending on changing tires this second time around. .2. You know, what I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to build this gap now, because eventually the other class, the LMP2s, they're gonna get involved. We're gonna have to dance around them, and vice versa pretty soon. So if I could build up a natural gap before they come for me, the better. My tire situation. Tires are still very good right now.
204.03.
204.0. I just gotta stay consistent with these lap times and I'll be fine. Because I don't think Sanchez is able to keep up with me on the lap times. Looking pretty good. 5.5. I don't think we're falling too far behind from the guys in front. I just want to see what my pace is compared to theirs when we get to the line. Oh shoot, they're doing 202s.
Lap 2, 0,
203.5s. So yeah, that's the standard that I gotta try and reach. Those guys ahead of me are like a second on average better. Well, we've hit the 30-minute mark. We're in pretty good shape. I don't think I'm in a position where I need to try and fuel save now. Alright, now a little bit of a complication that we're going to have to deal with in a short bit. We have an LMP2 passing us pretty soon. He's 2.5 away. One of them went into the pits too, so there's 2 LMPs that are going to come by to say hello. Hopefully, Rosha is patient with me. Gonna give him the left side of the track for him to make the move. Alright, cool. So he's done and dusted. 7.3 to the gap. To the guy behind. Oh, that's a little bit longer than I should have done it. That's a mistake. It's gonna lose me some time. I don't really care about the podium at this point. I just want to keep this P4. So anything I can do to hang on to this P4, I'll do it. Thank you. Nice and painless. I think the good thing about the traffic situation so far is... Oh, shoot. Well, that's gonna be another bit of a complication.
That time was a 2:04.65.
Even with that slight slowdown, I'm still faster than him. I'm looking at his lap times. Alright, hopefully you're not flat spotted. Can't guarantee it though. Alright. Where am I? 7.5? Well, no, it's just 7 seconds. Tires are looking somewhat okay. Tell you what. I don't think I'm gonna need to change tires. Alright, we got an LMP ahead of us. This is traffic, but nothing important. They're gonna push away from us anyway. Alright, so we're boxing this lap. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, we're doing what we can. Now, I do have a bit of a worry though. I'm gonna be putting myself back up. I'm topping myself up to full, but the crucial question is, I'm gonna have to fuel save a little bit. I'm gonna have to conserve energy for this second stint, just to ensure that I don't have to do a second pit stop. Oh, that's a mistake. By the way, guys, just in case, I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So if you see me acknowledging somebody who you don't see in the chat, that could possibly be why. Alright, so box in. Where is my spot? It's further down. Alright. So let me just... That's our that's our competition right up ahead, Sanchez, Mexican driver. But he's coming in. We're gonna be coming out later ahead of him. Got about 10 more seconds, and then we'll be able to continue our second stint. Alright, we got a back marker behind ahead of us that has a drive-through, so that's not going to be too big a problem. Don't think we have any, Oh, yeah, he's got a drive-through. So that's immediate competition taken out of the way. 2 people behind me have a drive-through. So what I should really be focusing on is the Porsche Dobbs, because once these are served, once those drive-thrus are served, he's gonna be our net competition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to short shift a little bit. Alright, let the leader through. Alright. So now here's the problem. Even though I have pace, I just gotta conserve my fuel, my energy a little bit, just to make sure I'm clear, so I don't have to worry about having to take a second stop. So if I lose a little bit of pace, you'll know why. Because I do have a 16-second gap to the car behind, so it's not really too big a deal right now. Oh, I got hit with truck limits. Fuel usage is marginal, it says. Alright. Sir, do you mind moving aside? Thank you. Alright, so race report. Gap to car behind is 15.1. Fuel saving is doing the job right now. Even though the guys ahead are pulling away, P3 is almost 20 seconds out. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Which is to ensure I don't have to take a second stop. Also, I'm keeping an eye on the LP driver that's 7 seconds away. I am gonna have to move aside for them. Just gotta watch out.
Lap 2:05.92.
All right. From the looks of things, I am going to be able to hit my target. So let's continue short shifting like this. Right, blue flags are being shown. Give you a wide line. Now push. Oh, he's going into the pits. Well, that's going to complicate things, because he's going to have to go past me again. Okay. We're at 12 and a half.
Time 2:05.71.
Doing what we can. I think everybody in the class is fuel saving right now. We're all trying to make sure that we don't have to take a second stop. Now, this is where it's going to get a little bit boring track-wise. Everybody's all spread out. That doesn't mean we can't just, you know, lollygag, goof around. Still got to make sure we're doing our bit. Just don't want to over rev the car. Just use less fuel than I really need to. Sure, it does mean we go slower, but it's ensured that we're going to finish this race. Alright. This is the stuff. Yep. Good old multi-class. Although we are kind of in lift and coast conservative mode, making sure that we don't have to stop again. I think I'm gonna have a buffer. I think I got like an extra 5. I think I have an extra lap worthy. But let's keep things going. 10-minute warning. Is this prototype or GT? I am in GT. I'm in GT3. I'm currently driving the Lexus. I'm driving the RCF. So, Lexus is kind of my comfort car when it comes to GTs. Honestly, at this point, I don't know why I still have the racing line. I just keep forgetting to turn it off. Because sometimes I sometimes need it for track layouts that I'm not used to. Because not too long ago, I did a race on... I did a race at CODA at Circuit of the Americas. And we were driving the national layout, which is only half the track. So I had to use the racing line to figure out the braking points for that layout. And I just never turned it back on. Turned it back off. Because I know how to drive this track, it's just I keep forgetting to do it.
That time was a 2:04.41.
Alright, now this is gonna get a little bit tricky. Because we have an LMP coming up behind us, but they are a back marker for that class. And you can see how on the relative, on the bottom left of your screen, he doesn't have like a blue or red outline under his thingy. His time gap, which means he's gonna overtake us for position, overall position. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna be shown blue flags when he eventually catches up to me. Oh shoot, I think he might have had a mistake. I don't know, something happened to him. Grew up on the C6. Okay. Yeah. It's also a little bit tricky because we're using the World Endurance pit lane, which is different from the pit lane that we're probably used to in like iRacing or anything IMSA related. So real quick, I'm going to show you guys when we get past sunset. Right? So So this this pit lane on the main straight, we don't use this pit lane
Lap time was
in World Endurance.
04.73.
We use the one that's on the other straight. So that is something that I had to get used to. You know, traffic was a little bit wonkier when you're about to go into the braking zone, so. Alright. Rosha's 4 seconds away. We got a backmarker GT up ahead. Yeah. That's the thing. Track limits can change, and the interpretations of it can change from game to game. Oh. Okay, that was a little bit weird. Alright, now the LMPs are getting past him. I kind of made an error there. I probably should have moved to the right. I thought I had more room to let those two guys go. Alright, I'm lifting and coasting just to make sure my virtual energy doesn't go to 0. Yeah. For better or for worse, I'm a little too accommodating for some drivers. Oh. I had to hold my turn in. He was coming up the inside. Good thing is that is probably all the traffic I'm gonna have to deal with for now. Alright, I'm almost 30 seconds behind the podium places, but that's okay. Because as long as we hold steady, this is going to be our best result of the season. So, I'm pretty happy. I'm totally fine with this P4. Alright, so let's try and, let's not... No need to go too crazy. Let's just try to secure it. Short shift a little bit. This is how I'm going to conserve fuel. This is how I'm going to conserve energy. Alright, will do. I don't mind slowing down a little bit just to make sure that I can keep my energy okay. I notice I have more energy than the guys ahead, but I'm going to try to conserve a little bit more. kind of curious to see how this goes. Dropping back a little bit. Because this could pop. I want to see if next lap is the final lap. Final lap. Okay, cool. We hit our target. Let's bring it home. I just wanted to back off a little bit to make sure that this was our final lap. Now I can go a little bit aggressive. Push away. I don't see any LMPs behind us, so... yeah, we could just take this normally. I don't even have to attack, I could just go my normal pace. Oh, sorry. Alright, tires are looking good. Alright, question. Is that Lambo good on energy? He makes it to the line. He is P2. Now, I don't know if they do the penalty where if you run out of energy, you have a penalty. Let's see if that happens. Alright, let's bring it home. Where's the line? And that is P4. Alright. Good run. P4 in class, and we actually finished in front of an LMP on merit. So, okay. We had 4 DNFs, 2 apiece. All right. Yeah. Thank God. There were some drive-through penalties later on. After that first pit stop. And yeah, after the 2 guys behind me had to serve those drive-throughs, I was just like, okay, cool. I could be a lot more relaxed now. But yeah, thank you, Jam, for the follow. I need to try to find a way to get the follow bot to work on YouTube as well as Twitch. So I gotta tinker around with multi-streaming. But yeah, this is a really good result. This is our best finish of the season. So I'll take it. I will take it. All right. So let me see here. It is 12:15. So for me, it's bedtime. I gotta go. Let me just see here. Who can we raid right now? Let's see. I always want to... so for the people on Twitch, I always want to try to leave you guys with a raid. So I want to see who is available. And let's give them some extra eyeballs. Let me see here. Who is live right now? So let me see here. I wanna send you guys over to West Coast Sim Racing on Twitch. So for the Twitch guys, you guys are gonna be visiting West Coast. He's doing some Gran Turismo 7 lobbies. I think he's doing the go-karts at the Nordschleife again. So yeah, really great streamer. Does a lot of cool stuff. Plays a lot of sim racing games like we do. But yeah, show him some love. Some of his guys follow us too. So yeah, I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'll probably do some more LMU. I'm thinking Saturday we could probably do some Gran Turismo just to spice things up a bit. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.